So for my final project, I wanted to explore something that stood out to me throughout this course, the Eucharist, not just as a tradition or symbol, but as the real presence of Christ. Learning more about it helped me to see that this sacrament isn't just something we attend, it's something that transforms us if we let it. So the Eucharist is one of the central sacraments in Christianity. According to the Catholic Church and other Christian traditions, it is not merely a remembrance of Christ's Last Supper, it is Christ himself. As the Focus Equip article explains, start quote, the Eucharist is the source and summit of Christian life, end quote. That phrase really struck me. So it means that everything flows from it and everything should lead back to it. So the Eucharist is not optional, it is essential. So, what does real presence mean? The church teaches that Jesus is truly present, body, blood, soul, and divinity in the Eucharist. This is not just symbolic. As real presence of Christ in the Eucharist article notes, the real presence is the doctrine that Jesus is really or substantially present in the Eucharist, not merely symbolically or metaphorically. This belief is ancient. From early church writings to modern day worship, Christians have always approached the Eucharist as something sacred, holy ground, not just bread and wine. I'll be honest, growing up, I didn't always understand the meaning behind the Eucharist. It felt routine, just something we did at church. But just throughout this course and my reconversion back to the faith for the past few years, I started to realize how personal it really is. So, if Jesus is really present in the Eucharist, then that's going to change everything for me and you. It's not about just going to Mass, it's about entering into a relationship, being united with Christ in the most intimate way possible. So Jesus himself says in John 6, start quote, I am the bread of life. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood remains in me, and I in them, end quote. So it's super clear he didn't mean that metaphorically. Yeah, his disciples were shocked, but Jesus didn't back down. Instead, he doubled down. So that tells me he wanted us to take him seriously and take the Eucharist seriously too. So, what does that mean for me personally? So it means that I want to be more intentional, um, to stop going through the motions and start treating the Eucharist as a moment of real encounter. It also means that if I receive Christ in the Eucharist, I should reflect Christ outside of Mass too, in my choices and how I treat others, especially in the people that I find hardest to love. So the Focus Equip article puts it beautifully. Start quote, Jesus does not want to be distant. He wants to be near, so near that he gives himself to us to consume and be consumed by him. End quote. That nearness is what I personally long for and what I'm learning to receive more fully. So, closing thoughts, the Eucharist isn't just a ritual, it's a relationship. It's Jesus giving himself to us again and again, not because we deserve it, but because he loves us. That truth really humbles me, challenges me, and inspires me to keep growing in my faith. So, thanks for listening, and may we all continue to encounter Christ in the Eucharist in a deeper way.